Hello, my name is Elijah Blau. I'm an Amazon best-selling author and the founder of Financial Anatomy, the Sawduster Society, the SHS Podcast, the Self-Made Business Academy, and of course, the Veggie Outers. I've been vegan for over 13 years. Back when I used to work at Amazon, when a shift had ended, I decided to take some of my friends to a vegan restaurant to shut them up because they kept interrogating me about what I was eating for lunch. That eventually turned into what we know as the Veggie Outers. In 2016, I started the Veggie Outers to help people transition to a plant-based diet or at least start eating more plant-based foods. We've since evolved into a social group of people that provide a place for people with healthier ambitions to hang out with and have fun while they make new friends with similar interests. Join us as we visit another restaurant and give their food a try.
The atmosphere is good. There's like a lot of people here. It's a good mixture of people and it's very laid back, so I like it.
6. I'll say 10 for all of that. I'll say 10 for the dessert and 9 for the other thing.
A 6. I had cheaper nachos that tasted way better.
I think customer service was a 9. The food came in super quick. The checks came in super quick. So she was super attentive and everything.
Sup Veggie Outers, Elijah here, and we're going to be reviewing the community beer in Dallas today. We're going to be giving them a rating based on their customer service, the atmosphere, the food, and the cost. You'll also get to hear some additional details that people just kind of felt compelled to share based on our overall experience. So let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, Monica, so what did you get on the menu today?
I got the jackfruit barbecue sandwich.
And how did that accommodate your taste buds?
Oh, it was really good. I really liked it. Yeah, it's one of my favorite things. And it's good. It's a little bit spicy. It's just the right combination. So I would give it a 9 out of 10.
So, Alicia, what did you get on the menu today?
I got the vegan chicken sandwich with fries.
And what would your taste buds rate that?
I would say an
Okay, Shay, are you a vegan?
8. I'm not a vegan, but I love vegan food. My friend's a vegan chef.
Okay. And what did you get on the menu today?
I got the veggie tacos.
How did your taste buds rate that on a scale of 1 to 10?
On a scale of 1 to 10, I would say maybe probably a 6. Yeah.
Yep.
So, what did you get on the menu today?
The meaty chicken sandwich and the, sweet potato chips.
How did that affect your taste buds?
It was very good. Yeah, it was cooked really well. The garlic aioli sauce was really good. I'd say probably a 9. I just wish they had a bigger selection. I mean, it's nice that they have vegan options, but it would be nicer if they had a bigger selection.
What did you get on the menu today?
I got the meaty mushroom root chicken sandwich, barbecued and grilled, and I got the side salad instead of the fries or the chips.
What does that rate on a scale of 1 to 10?
I might give it an 8. I'll give it an 8.5. The chicken was really good. I make that myself at home, and it's usually not that good, at least not as good as they made it here. The barbecue sauce was really delicious, and the pretzel croutons on the salad were really good too. So overall, I'd say 8.5.
Okay, Marcia. What did you get on the menu today?
I got the meaty chicken sandwich plain. I didn't realize there was a barbecue one.
And what did that and the fries get on a scale of 1 to 10? I saw you kind of reaching for them for a second.
I give it an 8. It's a decent sandwich. I wouldn't like call it above and beyond, but it was a decent sandwich.
So yeah, what did you get on the menu today?
I got the jackfruit sandwich with the jackfruit barbecue sandwich with the sweet potato chips and a Coke.
And how did that treat your taste buds?
Well, it was good. It's not their fault, but the barbecue sauce was a little spicier than I personally like. But you know, that's just the way it is. You never know with barbecue whether it's going to be more spicy or sweet. So, but it was good. I mean, the jackfruit was cooked well. It was just a little spicy, but I will say I love the chips. I don't know if they make them here or what, but those little sweet potato chips are really great. So as far as the number, when you combine the two together, I'd say 8 for the food.
So I'm going to call you Alicia C.
Okay.
Since we have two. So what did you get on the menu today?
Today I got the meatless chicken sandwich, original, and some sweet potato chips.
Okay. How did your taste buds rate those on a scale of 1 to 10?
I will give.
You gave the side eye.
Right. So for me personally, I'm a picky sandwich person. So I don't do a lot of, the vegan sandwiches that look like actual meat, but to me, for this one, this tasting, I give it about a 4. Mainly because it just tastes like burnt fried. The meatless chicken, it tastes burnt fried, I stay away from fried food often, so maybe it's just because I haven't had a lot of fried food recently, so eating it right now just, it didn't taste so hot to me. The chips were decent. I give the chips about a 7.
Sup, Veggie Outers? Elijah here, and I'm going to be sharing what I thought about the community beer. Doing it here in my set because it's too chaotic to do it on the spot. So I will give the food a 8. Reason being, I got the mushroom sandwich made out of that meaty stuff with fries, and it was barbecue. And I didn't think there was anything wrong with it, but their vegan menu has shrunk since the last time that I personally visited them. I'm not going to take away from this score because it's going to come up in another category, but I really wanted to have their chickpea sandwich I tried before, and it's not there, so I'm comparing this to that, and it doesn't quite measure up. But there wasn't anything wrong with the food, and the fries, just like last time, were pretty good. As far as the atmosphere, I'm going to give them a 9 because it is extremely loud, so I'm going to knock off 1 point for that. But as far as the visual decor, I think it's very creatively designed for like a bar type setup, if that makes any sense, or brewing, if you will. And even the noise, I usually am more critical about noisy places, but they have outdoor seating, so if you really want to have a more quiet experience, you can go outside. And even if the whole like patio is taken up with people, it's just going to be quieter naturally outside, so that's always an option. As far as the customer service, so I got some thoughts on this. The customer service, I'm going to give an 8 for a few different reasons. First reason, I'm always critical of the self-serve stuff. Basically, they have a very efficient way of serving you. You go up, you place the order, or you can scan the QR code at your table and order that way. And essentially, they give you a buzzer with a number on it. And when it starts buzzing, that means your order's ready. So you go back up to the front and get your food. And if you want refills, the same thing. You go up there and do the refill. That's just so self-serve, and I'm very much against that because it's not really serving at that point. But the staff was very nice, and when we needed a bigger table, they did accommodate us pretty easily. But that's why I'm taking off 1 point because of self-serve stuff. But the other point is coming because their menu has shrunken since the last time I have been there, and I think that's a bummer. But in particular, the menu, I think they could benefit from having a vegan menu, like as in a separate vegan menu. As it stands, the menu just shows like, hey, this is vegan, or this could be made vegan upon request. They have enough items on there just to put the vegan stuff or the stuff that could be made vegan on a vegan menu, and that would just streamline the whole process. So I think they really should just put that on a separate vegan menu. That's why I'm taking a point off for customer service. So that's 2 points, one for the self-serve stuff, and the other one because they should have a separate vegan menu because they have enough items on the menu to warrant a vegan menu, in my opinion. As far as the price, honestly, I'm going to give them a 10. I mean, keep in mind, this is in West Dallas, not that far away from Uptown Dallas, and places in that area tend to be pretty expensive. But I got a burger, or sandwich, if you will, and fries, and it came out to be $16.87. And most places around that area is like 20 or 25 bucks. So I'm going to give them a 10.
And how about the atmosphere?
I actually like it because it's very casual. I mean, it's hard to talk and hear people, but I kind of expected it from somewhere like this because it's a beer garden. And then if you want to go sit outside, they've got the stuff outside. So for this kind of place, I'm going to give it like a 9 out of 10 too.
The atmosphere, I would say maybe a 7. Well, coming up, I mean, the atmosphere I thought, would be a good vibe and it's good and a nice, like, decent, outing. So the appearance on the outside, I would scale it like maybe a 7 or 8. But as far as like overall, maybe at a 7. Yeah.
And how about the atmosphere?
It's not really my type of atmosphere. It's loud. I'm like yelling. I can barely hear what you're even saying. And I've been yelling all this time, talking to people. So it's not necessarily like good for me. But I think if you're trying to have like a really a night where it's kind of like you're going out to the bar and you're partying with your friends and you're trying to have like a big event, this would be a really nice place. And it's good that they have vegan options. So for me personally, I'd give it like maybe like a 6 or 7. It's nicely, the aesthetics are nice. I'll say that, but yeah, it's just loud. It's really loud in here. Yeah, but not because of just because it has my own preference, not because they're doing anything wrong.
It's very loud. I would probably give it a 7. I mean, if you were just coming here for beers and to have, to meet people to have beers and stuff, it's probably okay, but for what we're doing, it's very loud.
Okay. Typical bar environment.
I mean, it's not my style. It's very loud, but I think it's expected of a brewery. So a 9 because it is literally what you should expect.
Well, it's fun, it's big, it's lively, it's got a lot of stuff going on, it's decorated nice, it's loud, but you're going to get that in a place like this. So I think the atmosphere is really unique. The loudness comes along with it. So I'll just say 9.
I would give it about an 8. It's a great place to, come with friends to hang out. It's very loud and rambunctious. It has different games on different, screens and stuff like that. So I'll say it's a great hangout spot for sure.
Sup, everyone. Hopefully you're enjoying the material that you're watching right now at this moment. Most people in today's world want to make money on their own terms. They also want the standard American dream that we've all been sold. For the most part, that entails getting a house, setting yourself up for retirement, and having a decent investment portfolio. That's cool and all, but have you ever asked the question, why exactly is there support to have all that stuff as an employee, but not as someone who's a freelancer, a business owner, or someone who's self-employed? I've asked that same question too. That's why I've decided to start the Self-Made Business Academy. Unfortunately, when you decide to go into business for yourself, there's not as many resources that I would like to see helping you facilitate that transition. We often have so many questions such as how are we going to get our leads for business? How does marketing work? And what are the tactics and strategies that will work best for my personality type? And finally, while most people would desire to get a house, the process for qualifying for a mortgage for a house or even a higher tier apartment in the middle of downtown is different for someone who is self-employed versus someone who works a job. If you want support through all these endeavors and more, I would encourage you to join the Self-Made Business Academy. By joining the Self-Made Business Academy Pro Group, you'll get access to all current existing courses as well as future ones, access to our PDF library and frameworks, workshop replays, and all playbooks. In addition to this, you'll be able to join our weekly office hours where you'll get to talk to me about some of the issues you may be facing as a self-employed person once per week. You'll also get access to live webinar training events and invites to in-person meetups if you're in the Dallas-Fort Worth area and early access to new products. So if you've left the 9-to-5 or you aspire to leave the 9-to-5 one day and you want to know not only how to survive in this world of being self-employed but also thrive in the process, join the Self-Made Business Academy today. Click the link in the description to get started. Now, let's get back to the broadcast.
How about the customer service?
I really can't comment too much because I just ordered my food and went up and got it, so it's not bad. So I'll be able to give it like an 8 out of 10.
And how about the customer service? That's a long hesitation.
I guess because it was so crowded today, they were really busy. It didn't seem like they had a lot of, people working. So I would say maybe a 6.
Okay. What do you feel they need to work on?
So if you're going to have vegan options, I think you should have more choices. If you want to, if that's the community you want to cater to, you should have something that you should have items that we can eat. I think we had maybe 2 things on the menu, 2 to 3 items on the menu, and that's just not a lot of options for vegans. And also the atmosphere, it was really cold. The air was like blowing, it was like right on top of you. It's kind of hard to concentrate when you're cold. And even though I love animals, I'm not crazy about having them in the restaurant with me while I'm eating.
Yeah, I would say it's almost pretty much self-serve at a point but I mean maybe 6 probably.
Okay.
Customer service is really good. So you go up to order, they don't have table service, and they're very attentive. Especially I had a lot of like options that I was relaying to the guy at the front, so the line moves really fast. They give you this pager when your food's ready. I didn't wait too long, and the owner is here today, and she gave us this table so that we have more room. So service, I would give it a 9.
I'd give it an 8. I mean, it's not a lot of customer service. You order at the counter and then you go pick it up at the counter. So.
I think we lucked out because the manager spotted us and was really friendly and making sure that we had a lot of attention. So 10.
And it's going to be interesting. What about the customer service?
Well, you have to go order you have to go up there and order, or you can order with a QR code. But I did notice while we were all at this big table that one of their employees did come over and ask around to see if anybody needed anything. So that was unexpected because I thought you get up there, you order it, you come back, your thing beeps, you go back, you get it, you come back, and you get your own refills. I went out and got my own refill of Coke once, but somebody did come and talk to us. One thing about the customer service, one of the employee I talked to, I was trying to find out about the hummus, and it said on the menu, it has the asterisk like it can be made vegan or vegan upon request. And when I asked him what that meant or how they would do that, he didn't know. He said it's just vegetarian, not vegan. And I said, well, it has an asterisk, so you can do vegan on request. And he was like, no, he didn't think it was. He didn't know about it. Basically, neither one of us really understood why it had an asterisk if it's only, if you can't make it vegan.
But anyway, that was a little confusing to me, that I would think that maybe they'd know more about the menu, or maybe the menu shouldn't have that asterisk if it's only vegetarian. And when you read the menu, it doesn't look like it would be it doesn't look like it wouldn't be vegan. But since I was unsure, I didn't get the hummus. So that was kind of weird. So I guess customer service, I'll say a 7, just because most of the time you take care of yourself. But they are nice, so.
I give the customer service about an 8. The people were very nice. People were very nice and friendly. For me, I did get one of those where I got up to pick up my order and stuff like that. But I had a lot of questions about the menu, and the person who took my order, he was very nice and patient with me. You know, was asking all kinds of questions, and if he had an answer he didn't know, he asked other coworkers to find out for me, like what type of ingredients something was made out of. You know, some that type of either. So he did that for me, and so I really appreciated that. So they do make an effort to make sure that everyone is satisfied.
And how about the price?
Well, I don't know where else to get one of these sandwiches. I've been to another place, so I don't really know what to compare it against. So I got that and a lemonade, and it was okay. It was okay. I would maybe give it a 7, but a 7.5.
And what would you rate that price? How do you feel like they treated us?
I think it was overpriced. I didn't like the price, so I would say maybe a 4. I didn't like the price at all. Okay. I mean, I got a chicken sandwich and fries, and it was what, $16, $17? No, that's too much. Ooh, yeah, maybe maybe a 3 for the price, because I've had greater tacos that were a vegan option, and I just had my veggie tacos came with sweet potatoes, mushroom, and a sprinkle of onion, like not even, probably like 2 or 3. I can literally count them. That's how the tacos were. And I got opted for like corn tortillas, so it was just really basic.
Price, I think the price is good. I'll give it an 8.5.
I guess I'll stick with 8. I mean, it's not overpriced, but it's still a lot for what you get.
And how about the price?
Decent for a place, so 8.
Well, it's pricier than I like to pay. I think I'm going to say 7 on the price also, because I think it could. I don't know why it's that much. It seems like for this kind of meal, it could be a little cheaper. So I'll say 7.
I rated about an 8. It's got a good average pricing. It wasn't too expensive. I'd say, for a sandwich and a side, it's a typical price, about $15. So.
But yeah, that marks the review of Community Beer. Stay tuned for our next restaurant review, and I will catch you in the next video.